Good morning. It is Tuesday, May 26th, 2020. My name is Terry Morgan, and we're here to practice Wudang Taiji. I have something that anybody that's tuning in for this might be interested in. I completed a set of video clips yesterday that I created the videos a couple of weeks ago. And what my goal for this particular set was to try to show the difference between the 4 types of strength that I was talking about while we were doing some of the applications and while I was talking about our push hands, cloud hands, and the applications for that, Pang, Wu, Ji, An. So I posted this video set yesterday. This set is showing Kong, emptying strength, Ting, listening strength, Fa, expressing strength, and Hua, dissolving or melting strength. Each of these has a role, together, separately, your choice, in how we use the internal energy that we're developing in an application. So, since I'm there, I'm going to talk about it for a second. Put my coffee down. Good coffee. All right. So, if we think about the concept of empty, nothing there. It's just not there. It's empty. Being able to empty at will is a good skill to have. I've used it once, and it was kind of fun. Had a person, we're playing. It wasn't a real person. Grab my arm, try to pull. Let me show you this technique. Yeah, go ahead. All right, go ahead. Well, I'll let you. And he pulled. And I emptied, and he looked and he's like, there's nothing there. I don't have a hold of anything. He let go, and we were done. It was fun. So, but this is a skill. It's not a magic whatever. It's learning how to empty. Ting, listening, is also a skill, and I talked about that a little bit in the context of G, press, that you're listening for what the other person is doing as you're pressing. All right. So in Fajar or Fajing, yeah, everybody lied. Oh, Fajing, yeah, everybody knows Fajing. All right, okay. Fajing, Fajar, same. This concept is often misused. I guess that's a good way to say it. The expression of energy is Fajing. So I'm sending out whatever it is. In some ways, is similar to what we're looking at with Peng, send away, but this is much more an internal thing, and it is much more looking for the best word for this. Aggressive, I guess, is a good word. Percussive is a good word. It's a hard strike. Bajing is a hard strike with a lot of energy. Hua, dissolving, takes that energy and transforms it into something. I spoke about this in the context of the Taoist effort to transform energy literally, and the concepts in the Middle Ages of creating a magical pill that would make people immortal. This transformational energy is Hua. It takes the opponent's energy and dissolves it. It's not useful anymore. It's gone. It just, bye. These concepts are talked about extensively in the literature in Chinese. Not so much in English. In English, I've seen some, I'm looking for the cat so we can get started. In English, I've seen some things that, frankly, were embarrassing. So I'm hoping that as I do my own research, as I try to put into a good form, I have some forms, I'm not going to talk about it. So I try to put into a good form some of what I've learned. One of my hopes is to at least address some of the just silly, that's a good word, silly, misconceptions that are rolling around out there. Tai Chi is an art. There are elements in the art that are essential to the art. There are elements in the art that have some flexibility and some range for development. And there are things that, frankly, some folks just get wrong. Sorry. That's just, all right, that was my speech. Let's do a warm-up here. Feet about shoulder width apart, a little bit wider. Arms up and fists down. Go 1, 2, open 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. One more. 1, 2, 3, 4. And up and down. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3. One more. 1, 2, 3, 4. And go to the side. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 4. 2, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Elbow. Go back. 1, 2. Other side. 3, 4. 1, 2. Change. 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 2, 2, 3, 4. One more. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Arms up. 1, 2, and down. 3, 4. And bend the knees. Okay. So I'm a little bit stiff in the morning. All right. Yeah, I am. I'm a little bit stiff in the morning. So as I go over the first couple of times, my full extension isn't quite there. I need to loosen that up a little bit. So bend the knees as you go over. The more loose your hips, the more open your hips, the more open your back, the less bend in the knees. Your knees should not be stiff. They should have just a little bit of bend in them. And 1, 2, down, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. One more. 1, 2, down, 3, 4. Okay. Swing to the side, inside of the foot. 1, 2. So we're 1, 2. All right. And 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. 2 more. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And come on up. Right leg front, left leg back. Little stretch. Toes over, or knee over the toes. Not toes over the knee over the toes. Okay, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Turn. And the other side. And 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Come center. All right. So with what we have covered so far, I've got to relocate my cat here. And so I'm going to do this first part that we've covered with what we covered yesterday. Hand strum the lute, step up, elbow, come back, hold the ball. Okay, and today we've got right heel, right toe, right, toe, step through, okay? All right, I got space here. So I'm here, heel, toe, hang, G, and. All right, now the leg method for this, something that we need to pay a lot of attention to. So we go through the first part of the form. We'll go through that. Watch first. I'll go a little bit quick. Then we'll turn around and we'll go through what we have up to now. And then we'll go back to this particular move.
Pat, got to relocate you.
She likes being in the center. She's good at being in the middle. She's really good at being in the middle. She can be on the sofa. Yeah, the sofa over there. There it is. All right. So, what I've covered up to this point. That's where we stopped. All right, follow me. I'm going to go slower. Feet together. Relax the shoulders, relax the arms, relax the hands, wiggle the fingers. Fingers straight at your sides. Reach down, pull up. Toes grip the floor just a little bit, just a little. And breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. Sink. Alright, from here, okay, and I realize that if you're just tuning in, this is the first time that you've tuned in, that's going to be a lot. Excuse me. That's a lot of material, okay? So if you're just tuning in today and you're trying to learn and you're trying to follow the whole thing through, don't be hard on yourself if that doesn't happen, okay? Follow today's move and then go back and take a look at some of the other videos. And like I said, I'm happy to answer questions. If you got a question about something, post it and I'll get back to you with an answer, or I'll answer it in the next video. Happy to take questions. All right, so we are here. Okay, got ball on the left side. Kick with the right. So the first kick is a heel, and I'm going to do this real low. Right here. And that's correct. Okay? It doesn't have to be up here to be correct. And for the most part, your target for your heel is never going to be up here. The only reason you work up here in practice is so that you have the flexibility to put your foot where you decide you want to put it. Okay? Most of the time, feet handle what's ever below the waist, right? Hands above the waist. We're practical. We're not in some styles, in some systems, the kick is universal, meaning that it might be the counter to whatever it is that's going on. Heavy use of the legs, very heavy use of the legs at all heights, right? Covers everything. We tend to be a bit more impractical, I guess is a good way to say it, I don't know. So I might plant my foot right here. I would be more inclined to plant my fist here than my foot. Although it could go, I can, but it's not a practical thing for me to think about doing. There's so many more opportunities. There's just so many more opportunities. All right, so as we're here, this is empty stance. So my foot's should be barely on the ground by the time I step up. It's barely there. Not that 10% that I talked about before. This is like 1 or 2%, sorta. It's touching. That's about it. As the leg comes up, change. You're here on the toe. As you bring the foot up with the leg, push through the heel, flex the foot. You're using the heel for this, right? It's not this. It's not this. Both of those are valid moves. It's not what we're doing. Not what we're doing. Okay? Heel. The height that your leg goes, part by your hip, part by your knee. Okay? It's governed in part by how flexible your hip is. It's governed in part by where you put your knee. And it's also governed in part by your balance on your supporting leg. Okay? So, you just balance on your supporting leg. If you have problems here, then whatever else is going to happen isn't going to happen. All right? So your supporting leg has to be solid, and the trick is that when you shift your weight, do not sit in your hip. You have to pull up more. All of this has to pull up more in order to hold your body in good alignment, right? Center line, so that I can go straight. I can't do that if I'm sitting in my hip. What's it mean to sit in your hip? We tend to let the hip drop onto the leg when we shift our weight. You sit into the hip. When you do that, it closes the hip. It also affects your ability to hold the interior muscles, not this big exterior one, all the little ones inside. It affects your ability to hold those in good straight alignment. So it's hard to do the move because you've done something that is making it hard for you to do it. All right? So let me see if I can do this. I did my hand. All right, I'm going to transfer my weight over to this leg. Right? And as I do that, I'm going to sit in the hip. I'm going to sit into my hip. All right? I couldn't, literally, I was having trouble picking up my leg. And as I did, this leg comes up, this leg goes back. Physics! It's physics. It's basic physics. Equal and opposite reaction, right? This is coming up, this is going back. Because the hip isn't moving. It's stuck, I'm sitting on it. I could sit on my cat's tail, she wouldn't like it. She wouldn't like it at all. She wouldn't be able to move. That's what you're doing if you're sitting in your hip. Now, not sitting in the hip. Have to open that up again. Alright, so not sitting in the hip. Alright, a lot of hold. I can bring my leg up. I can bring my other leg up a lot higher than even when I'm trying to keep it low and sitting in my hip. Okay? You'll develop a comfort level with that leg wherever that goes. Mine's about here. It used to be up here. I might go back to there. There's some things I'm still up here with. So with this, you're here, at this point, as you step, this foot's empty, barely there, hold ball, center line, so that this doesn't matter, right? Center line goes through my leg here. This can do whatever it wants. Right? You're supposed to be able to do stuff like that. All right, now I'm losing my balance. So I'm going this way, so I'm going to separate that. There we go, back to center. All right, so it's an exercise to do. It really is. In dance, we have a bar. And one of the techniques that we learned to be able to get out to the middle of the floor and away from the bar was that you could only put one finger on the bar. Two if you had to. No gripping that thing. It's 2 fingers, that's it, on the bar. you learn your balance. You learn to find your balance. And this is where this exercise can provide a lot of tools to help with that. So one of those tools, I've talked about this, is this idea of I'm now centered. And this can come up and it can go down, and up and down, up and down. Just this exercise. All my weight's here, I'm centered here, holding this, pull up in the hip, not sitting in the hip, right? Pulling all this up, very little weight on this foot, and then pick it up and put it down. And I've got my hands here, you can put your hands on your hips, you can put your hands, for me this is comfortable. Alright, so I'm going to pick it up and put it down. Pick it up, put it down. Pick it up, put it down. Pick it up, hold it. Nope, not going. There we go. Pick it up, hold, 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 and put it down. Do it again. Pick it up, hold, 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 put it down. That exercise alone can help to correct a ton of balance problems. And it's not necessary to do it in the middle of the floor like I'm doing it. You can have like a little counter, a little kitchen counter, right? I've got 2 fingers, because you're trying to work your balance. You don't want to work your ability to hold on to something. You want to work your balance. All right, 2 fingers. My weight's here, center line, pull up here, little bit, little bit, little bit, pick it up, hold it, put it down, pick it up, hold it, hold it, hold it, wiggle your toes, put it down. That exercise, again, both sides, you want to get to, if this exercise does a number of things for balance, body placement, and to enable this move, right? So we're here, and I'm going to do this low. I'm here, hold the ball, 1, the heel. Now I'm going to go with the toes, 2, right? Heel, toes. I can't do that if I'm not placed over my supporting leg. And yeah, we do it to the other side as well. So yeah, both sides. Right? Heel, toes. And there is a turn in that. I'm still facing the camera up over here, but so if I'm doing this, I'm here and I'm here. And then I step. All right, and notice my heel went out. So there are elements in the form that require placement, balance, holding strength to support your weight over one leg, regardless of where that leg goes, where the other leg goes, right? So I'm going to waist high. All right? Whichever place I put it, I need to be in balance, and I need to be able to address the dynamic of what's going to happen when I release my weight from one leg to the other, when I do the kick, when I get... Again, I'm going to go back to the physics. If I am not solidly placed over my supporting leg and I do a front kick, I will send myself flying backward. It's physics, all right? So at this point, I've got to be solid here. Whatever I have here to support my body has to be at least as much, if not more, than what I put here to send out the leg. It's physics. Step up, hold the ball. Release the leg, knee, extend. So where I put my knee is where my foot's going to go. Right? We're going to put it about 45 here. So the foot's going to go low. So if we're at 90, we're looking about 35. All right, heel. As we turn, it's possible to turn this foot a little bit. It's okay to do that in form. It's a problem for me to do that on this carpet with these shoes. So my solution is, as I step, I want to make absolutely sure that my foot is in a good position. I'm going this way, but I can have it just a tiny bit. Just a tiny little bit. That tiny little bit can make all the difference. Make all the difference in a lot of things. That tiny little bit, so that as I step up, I have the flexibility to turn at least this much in my hip. And then this leg opens, which gives me the direction that I'm looking for. As I put my foot down, I am absolutely going to shift enough of my weight off the back heel that I can turn it, so that I'm in a good 45, 90, this straight ahead. This is at 45. About one fist position in between my feet, so that as I step, I'm in a good, correct position to complete the next movement. You don't put your foot down in the right place, and the right place is according to your body. If you don't put your foot down in the right place, the next movement will be off. Your balance will be off, you'll be looking to recover. All right. So what's the correct place to put your foot? The length of your leg, combined with how much your supporting leg is bent. Okay? So if my supporting leg is not bent, that's about where I'm going to put my foot. That's my leg. My supporting leg's bent a little bit, I can go a little bit further. And if it's bent a little bit more, I can go further yet. So as you bring the leg down, and it's not a fall the leg down, it's bring the leg down. As you bring the leg down, you're looking for your heel. Where do you put your heel? And then transfer the weight. So, I'm here. 1, 2, heel, transfer the weight. Let's do that again. 1, 2, put it down, transfer through. Turn around so you follow me. Hold ball. 1, 2, lost my balance. Transfer through. Come back. Set. Pull up out of the hip. 1, 2. Do again. And 1, 2. Extend, place it, and transfer. Okay? We want the combination of a little bit, in our form, we actually want that little bit of fudging. Talked about that? Context with the videos that I made. A little bit of send out the end, that's that little bit of and a kick, right? We want a little bit of that, not a lot. All right, that was a little too much. I would rather see more extend, and then just at the end, just a little more extend. The same here. All right. As the foot comes up, let me go this way. 3 guesses what my target is. So, this one, the front of the foot, right here. Your toes need to be extended, pointed. You want the foot to be solid. The same as you don't hit anything with a loose fist, you just hurt your hand. You don't hit anything with a loose foot either. Okay, and this is, so as my knee comes up, I'm here versus here. The same principle holds true, that you have your height of the kick, the place your foot's going to land, is determined by where you put your knee. So my knee's here, that's where my foot goes. My knee's here, that's where my foot goes. Right? Knee comes up here, my foot can go up there. Do with me one more time. I'm going to step up, hold the ball. All the weight on the left leg. And right heel. Turn a little bit, right toes. Place the foot. Transfer the weight. Turn the back heel. Extend. Alright, so I'm going to review this again tomorrow, and then we will, I'll cover a little bit tomorrow of Penglu Jian, but I want to review what we've done yesterday and today a little bit more, and then focus on Penglu Jian in the form next week. So, little review first. So we had here, and today, heel, toe, place it. This is ward off. Right? And next we have crossing hands, Peng, Lu, Ji, An. Tomorrow, we'll finish up this section right before Penglu Jian, and then next week we'll work on Penglu Jian in the form. Thank you very much for listening to me this morning. Thank you for stopping by. Appreciate it. I will see you next time.